All right, we are breaking here in with breaking news about the security breach where the Atlantic magazine's Jeffrey Goldberg was added to a text thread about U.S. military plans to strike Houthi militias in Yemen. Well, the administration officials involved, who are among the highest ranking in the U.S. government, insist no classified information was shared. Moments ago, a follow-up. Goldberg posted a follow-up piece entitled, "Here are the attack plans that Trump's advisors shared on Signal." He writes in part this: the statements by Hegseth, Gabbard, Ratcliffe, and Trump, combined with the assertions made by numerous administration officials that we are lying about the context of the Signal texts, have led us to believe that people should see the texts in order to reach their own conclusions. And then laid out in this latest piece, which broke just now in The Atlantic, Jonathan Lemire, everyone can see the text for themselves.
Yeah, the screenshots of the texts are included in this piece that Jeffrey Goldberg and Shane Harris just posted on The Atlantic's website. We'll go through a little bit of it now. The White House, as you just mentioned, has insisted time and again two things: that nothing in here was classified and that no war plans were included. Well, as Jeffrey and Shane write, take a look for yourself. I'll read a little bit of it here. These are texts from Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, talking about at 11:44 Eastern that day, weather is favorable. Just confirmed with CENTCOM, we are a go for mission launch. 12:15 texts in this chat, F-18's launch. Declares this the first strike package. At 1:45, talks about how the trigger-based strike window begins. Target terrorist is at known location. As here we are here, second strike at 15:36. More to follow. We're currently clean on OPSEC. Of course, Secretary of Defense declares they're clean on OPSEC in a text chain read by the editor of The Atlantic, who was inadvertently added to that group. And we'll note a short time later, we have further updates from Michael Waltz, the National Security Advisor, who talks about how the target has been hit, declaring positive identifications. So these would seem to me, the very definition of attack plans. And I've already talked to a former Pentagon official who says, reading these screenshots hurriedly, of course, everything in here would be classified.
Well. Mr. Jeffrey Goldberg, sir, he's like, you gonna quit lying and besmirching my name. Yeah, that's what, because I can show you better than I can tell you. That's what he was saying. You gonna quit lying and besmirching my name, and I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. Now, excuse me, Mr. SecDef, sir, I'm not sure about what you learned when you were in the National Guard. But as for me, in the Reserve, National Guard, and active duty, everything that I just heard, I'm sorry, sir, that's classified. That would be classified. I'm wary of people who apologize for nothing and apologize for everything. What are you talking about, Annie? Well, I was listening to the president ask whether or not whatever national security, some Waltz guy, should apologize. And he said, no, I don't think he should apologize. He learned his lesson. He shouldn't apologize. But then it made me think, he never apologized for anything. Ever! President Trump never apologizes for anything. And let's be clear, nobody gets it right all the time. But he never apologized for anything. Why? Because to apologize is to believe you've actually done something wrong. And you want to make recompense for it. So those are the that's one type of person I'm wary of. But I'm also wary of the individual who apologizes for everything and does not change their behavior at all. Okay? So you got opposite ends of the spectrum. I'm wary of them both. But here we have a situation where instead of the administration not only accepting accountability, and accepting accountability is to say, yes, I fumbled, period. Not I fumbled but this, or I fumbled but that. No, it's I fumbled, it's my fault, I apologize, period. And another thing, with the person who apologizes all the time, you can be apologetic and sincerely apologetic. It does not mean there are not consequences for your actions. Because again, apologies are nice because that acknowledges that you believe that you've done something wrong. But it does not obfuscate you from the consequences of the actions that required such an apology. So here we are. And what's really saddening to me, I've gone to different panels and listened to people justify the unjustifiable. And what they do, well, what about so-and-so? Well, what about when Hillary did this? And okay, all that notwithstanding, what does it have to do about now? Accountability is accountability no matter who. But it's clear it's only down party lines. And just for the record, I had much to say about President Biden and Vice President Harris about the things I felt that they fell short on. I'm an equal opportunity. And that's what it really means. But going back to Mr. Jeffrey Goldblum, sir, thank you. Because even if they want to say that the Atlantic is discredited, even if they were discredited about everything before a couple of days ago, what's happening now stands on business because you showed the receipts. Anybody from Missouri, show me state, he just showed. Show and tell, you say, he just showed and told. He said, you going to quit lying on my name. He said, you're going to tell your friends about me. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? Take that with you.